So you're going to be set back a little bit more. That's actually quite straight there. Even though your shoulders are tilted, you've got one shoulder raised from the other. I don't mind that. That needs to happen. But, you know, from a spine point of view, you've got this part this way and then you've got this part this way. Okay, so we've got to be really careful with that. So I'd rather see you look in the mirror and get that really nice and straight. But as in the spine straight, but it has to tilt from the waist about 5 to 7 degrees this way, right? Because our right hand is lower than our left. Then from there, this is when the issues start, and once again, I sound like a broken record because we don't want the dance move going on here, and we have got a dance move going on. Do you think that should break that line there?
No.
Okay. Should actually move back towards the target ever so slightly as you start to rotate around. So you're not actually generating as much power as what you could do. Okay. So when that moves laterally, you can't rotate. It actually pushes your hip up into your spine, and then you start laterally flexing this way and extending your spine at the same time. You're going to hurt yourself sooner or later. Okay. So the idea then is we don't see much rotation over here on this side through there. Okay. So if we get you looking the opposite way, so that is all straight there, so the shoulders there and the hips there, and you'll start to rotate around really nicely. And then the path of the golf club won't be across it so much. So that should be closer to, you know, 1 or 2. Okay, rather than -4 right now. So from my aspect, then you've got to sort of reroute it and organize yourself back down there. Sometimes you do, like the first one, but this one, then you can start to see briefly where the club face is like way open there. Okay, so there's a bit going on. So, you know, and as I said, I sound like a broken record here with posture and also using the ground, that we do not want a dance move. Okay, we sure as hell don't want that to start to move laterally, and unfortunately it does. Okay, because if it moves laterally, well then we're going to have the pressure on the outside of this foot, and basically you're going to have 80 to 90% of your pressure here, when we actually want still 30 to 40% over here. So you can start to use the ground a bit better, and we start pushing against the ground this way. Alright, because if we don't have any force on the ground, or as much force on the ground, we're not going to generate any force by the time it gets out of here, right? So if we're moving laterally side to side, there's no rotation, therefore there's no speed. Okay? And then we get really tricky when we start talking about angular momentum, where the distance between there and there, this golf club should be over here somewhere. So then that's got to travel further to get there, therefore it's going to travel quicker, right? So there's a bunch of things that affects. My job is to pick the one thing that will affect all of them. And that will be this bottom half and how it works, yeah? Alright.